Hello, this is Project Gamers with Killfreak 105, and we're back with Storytime with Killfreak and Project. So, where we left off, I was unconscious, and Killfreak was hauling it, and I mean hauling it, but, as of the voice come over the microphone again, while I'm still passed out after he basically hijacked an ambulance, threw me on the bed, threw me back in the plane. I didn't wake up, but he heard the voice again over the intercom, but the guy with the microphone was behind the whole crowd of zombies, and he was wondering why the zombies didn't attack him. So, as the guy sitting there insulting Killfreak, Killfreak's still sitting there pondering after he shut the door of the jet. So, what Killfreak does next is he's sitting there pondering, thinking, and we can't even go because the runway is covered, and I mean literally covered in zombies, because I woke up shortly after when Killfreak nudges me barely to tell me what he saw. I look out the window, I see it too, and I have to admit it's pretty creepy. And, I'm sitting there and I'm thinking that he's got the zombies under some sort of mind control or something, because if you can have a zombie do your bidding without them attacking you, that takes a little sort of manipulating, but you can't brainwash a zombie if they're dead, right?
Well, the thing is, supposedly, zombies, they're dead, but their brain still functions. That's why they come back to life. Like me decode.
Like he's decoding.
While we were decoding, just that we heard over the intercom, we were thinking, we watched a lot of Walking Dead in our day.
That and Night of the Living Dead. Anybody remember that?
Oh, yes. That was actually a hilarious movie.
Oh, yeah.
The Dead. Don't forget Shaun of the Dead. I love that movie.
Dawn of the Dead. Day of the Dead. But we're getting off topic. So, while we were sitting there trying to decode the message over the intercom, sounded like he was trying to brainwash us, because whenever I looked out there, I noticed something weird about these zombies in particular. They looked clean, not brain rotten, not decaying. They looked like a civilization, and when we looked in there, it was pretty spotless until somebody got their hands dirty. And by getting their hands dirty, I think it was the guy with the intercom, because he's the one who was the mastermind, apparently, from what I think, was him brainwashing everyone there to making them think that they're mindless zombies as a defense mechanism for the rest. Your thoughts about my...
Well, while we were pondering about this, we're talking about how can somebody control a zombie, and then we both thought back. We watched a lot of The Walking Dead, and they even show that's redundant, but they even show that a zombie, the only reason that they're alive is because a certain part of their brain still works.
Why you keep them in the head?
And that's why we were thinking maybe he figured out a way to control that part of their brain, and maybe that's how he's doing this. But still, those zombies, those were way too clean. Like, neither of us really understood why. Like, how can a zombie not have any rotten flesh or any, blood whatsoever on them? And how come Like, if they're so hungry, how come they're not eating each other?
I mean, I think that he brainwashed the civilization. I mean, you can tell that there was rations in there at one point, which we kind of took. They had extra fuel, not in the pumps that we took. They also had extra gas cans, which we took and filled with extra fuel again. But how come he was the only one able to control them? Then why did they look like they were full of life and brainwashed?
So while we were both thinking about this, the whole rest of the flight that we were on the plane, we were both thinking, what happened back there? How did this guy do this? How come all this is happening to us? And we just thought back, basically, and we were both thinking, you know what? Let's just screw it and not go back. We're better off here on this plane. We got what we came for. There's no point in, going back. There's no point in thinking about it. It's over and done with. So we decided, let's just put the plane back on autopilot and relax for a little bit. And while we did that, me and Project here, we decided to start talking. And what were we talking about, Project?
Well, that is for the viewers to find out next episode that we film, because this is the to be continued spot. This is what we want you to say. We want you to tell us what you think was going on, and we want you to also predict about where we're gonna land and what we're gonna do if we do land. Or do you want another episode of us fighting crazy people, or do you want us to find a group of people that we can actually trust? We want you to predict what happens next. In the best comments, we'll collaborate, and we will put in story.
And now I have a question for you guys before I end this video. I know you guys are not going to be able to see this on Project's screen, but since I have put my artistic skills to use here, what do you guys think of my volcano and this other thingy here that I drew? I think it was worth a try. It's a horrible, horrible drawing, but I think I did good. I'm proud of myself.
It's not as easy as what you think, because don't you remember Rave Octopus?
I remember Rave Octopus.
I will leave a link in the description to Rave Octopus for all of you guys. And subscribe to that channel. That's another one of my channels that I'll do behind the scenes stuff with. And it is like 4 o'clock in the morning for me. 5 o'clock in the morning for him.
It's almost 6 o'clock in the morning for me. So we're going to end the video here, and don't forget to leave your opinions in the comments. Whatever you guys want to happen next, leave it in the comments, and me and Project here, we will have a look at them, and we're going to look at both our comments individually and see if there's anything in common, or if there's anything that sticks out in particularly, and we're gonna add that into the story somehow.
And if you
because we want
don't forget
give
to
you guys that option.
Leave a like, and we're gonna end the video here because this is our project, not just mine and his. See you all later. Peace out. Stay awesome, guys.